Cursing Mushroom here, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video, Guardians. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys a way to kit your character so that way you can have a great build like a pro. The reason I kind of brought this to you guys' attention is because when I did the raid the other night, I LFG'd for a group just so I could at least beat the first encounter. My power level was adequate to actually continue throughout the raid and build upon that, but people that I am playing with just weren't, so I needed to find somebody at least to help me beat the first section so I could get my next super for my Titan, because he's my main and I wanted that. So I was looking at their so-and-so builds or their characters, and it was just a mess of different gear and this and that. And they were having a lot of issues with like ammo economy, dying, kills, damage. And it came to me that it's simply because of what they were using. We were using pretty much the same weapons and pretty much the same classes, but my exotic was different and the way my character was kitted was different. And I was on top of kills and or DPS pretty much every time. There was a few times when my DPS wasn't as good, but I was trying to help bonus DPS for like shoulder charge or just stuff like that. So let's talk about it. Let's get into it. What you see here, I'm just showing you what's going to be in the gameplay, so that way you don't like think, well, like, oh, he didn't have that weapon equipped. Normally, my loadout would probably be like this, and obviously, if I wanted to be max power, I'd be 550, but that's not. I'd rather be using this stuff that I enjoy. Now, there's going to be a couple factors that you want to take into consideration when getting ready to kit your character, okay? Let me go ahead and swap this weapon back so that way you don't get confused when you see the gameplay. So if you take a look at my helmet, let's just take a look at it first, okay? There's a few things that we're going to want to consider. So the first things first, you have your what intrinsic perk it is, whether it's heavy, mobility, or recovery. Okay, those are all major factors. Personally, I like recovery armor the best, but we have to also take in consideration the perk rolls we're getting, and I would much rather force a piece of gear to be closer to recovery and take advantage of the perks than to not be able to use the armor. For instance, we'll go over here for a second. If you take a look at my Tangled Web helm, it is recovery, so I'd want to love to use it. It does have gain bonus super energy on shotgun kills, but the second perk increases the amount of shotgun ammo I can carry. I would much rather have special ammo finder increase my drop rate of actually how much ammo I'm finding. And what I did is I went ahead and put a recovery mod on it to help with the fact that this is heavy Titan armor, and I went ahead and picked the restorative mod section. Now obviously I would get more restorative benefits from this helmet if I did that with a restorative mod, but I did what I could do. Okay, so that's kind of like me showing you a brief explanation of, you know, what's on my helmet. I could have used improved shotgun targeting, accuracy, and aim down sight speed for shotguns. Now I could have used sword reserves, but that's not what the goal is here, okay? So the goal is, always ask yourself, what's your goal and what are you trying to achieve with your armor set? Now, we get it. There's going to be tons of different roles, tons of different variables, okay? But the thing you need to pick is, we know what type of weapons you enjoy, right? We know what type of player you are, right? So I love hand cannons, I love shotguns, and in the power slot, it really doesn't matter to me. I really like using an exotic or, you know, a rocket launcher or a linear, you know, grenade launchers are pretty good now. So I have one that I use pretty regularly. It's got spike grenades, rangefinder, and rampage. It's pretty good. So just know what weapons you use and build upon that, or what type of abilities you want to use and build upon that. Start with that first. Now, once you have this singular idea, that's what you want, is you want a singular idea. Or at least narrow it down to 2 things. To me, it's a little bit more complex. It's 3 realistically, but I just happen to get some roles that would match that. But try to go for a 1 or 2 idea thing and build with that. You don't have to have the same matching armor set like I do. I just happen to get lucky and have a bunch that had great synergy. And you don't have to have a masterwork just yet. But I went ahead and did this because I found some stuff that all went together, matched my playstyle, and I could benefit from it. So I just went ahead and did that. This is the only one I have masterworked. The only set on any character. Okay. All my other characters look like potatoes. This one, he's matchy. He's all good to go because it's my main. I wanted to have him set and ready for raid situations. Now let's take a look at what I've done with my gauntlets here. So what I have here is I have mobility enhancement or the reinforcement mod for resilience. I'm going to use mobility because resilience isn't really a huge factor. It's not a big enough difference to be the difference between life and death. So I went with speed. Now I have increased reload speed for shotguns, or causing damage with a melee attack reduces your grenade cooldown. I have linear fusion rifles get bonus reserves when you pick up ammo. And then I have increased the drop chance of special ammo. Now because my helmet has pump action, gain bonus super energy on shotgun kills, I want to make sure that I'm getting tons of special ammo because it's going to gain my super quickly. And because I'm using the Hallowfire Heart, all my ability generation to be fast. My super, my melee, my grenade, okay? So what I'm doing is I'm pumping this exotic with the pump action with my shotgun. I'm pumping it. I'm giving it more purpose, okay? And then with special ammo finder on here and here, I am making sure that I have ammo to do that. With impact induction, okay, remember this is causing damage with a melee attack, reduces your grenade cooldown. I'm pumping my grenade with my shoulder charge ability, okay? Since I am using the Hallowfire Heart, when it's fully charged, I can have my shoulder charge about every 3 seconds. So I'm just pumping my grenade over and over and over. So I'm making sure that everything has synergy. I'm using my shotgun to create ability regeneration, my super. That in terms is going to give me melee and grenade energy. Using my melee is going to give me grenade energy. And then I'm going to find special ammo to continue the cycle with my shotgun. So I'm constantly have this revolution of synergy that's going to build my character up. Now let's take a look at the chest piece. Now the chest piece I had to buy, so I didn't get lucky with any rolls. So this really is irrelevant, to be honest. It's there for this Sunfire Furnace. Now it does have increased the drop chance of primary ammo on kill, but it's not super beneficial. I would like to see, honestly, unflinching hand cannon and maybe special ammo finder or heavy ammo finder. That would be nice, but that's just not what it has. Now for the boots, let's take a look at what it's got. So here I've got the mobility enhancement mod or the reinforcement mod for resilience. And then here, this is where it gets interesting. I've got shotgun dexterity, faster ready and stow speed for shotguns. And then here I have hand cannon scavenger. Hand cannons get bonus reserves when you pick up ammo. I would have liked this to be a little bit better roll, honestly, but that is beneficial to my loadout. I've got shotgun dexterity and hand cannon scavenger, so I'm going to get more ammo when I actually pick it up, which is going to actually stack with primary ammo finder. I'm going to find more ammo, and then I'm going to find more of it inside of the brick and be able to hold more, which is fantastic. Now going on to the mark. This is the one I'm the least happy with, to be honest, because I know the variables that are out there. Now if we take a look, I've got reduces grenade cooldown each time you pick up an orb of light. And then we have reduces melee cooldown each time you pick up an orb of light. And then we have increases the amount of hand cannon ammo you can carry and get bonus reserves when you pick up ammo for bows. This is not what I want. I'd rather have like a health or armor regeneration on orb pickup, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. So the reason I'm using it is reduces melee cooldown each time you pick up an orb of light is because of this right here. Causing damage with a melee attack reduces your grenade cooldown. So I'm pumping my melee with invigoration for orbs of light, so that way I can pump my grenade, which inevitably is pumping everything else. It's all about using something to elevate something else. You start with a central idea and you build upon that. This idea was honestly built on shotgun and hand cannons. And I just happened to find perks that in the process benefited my abilities as well. So that's what I did. I made a complex spider web, but started with a core idea. And that's what you should do. You should figure out what you're good at and then build upon that like anything in life. Find something that you're good at in Destiny, whether it be a hunter, titan, warlock, whether it be auto rifles, shotguns, pulse rifles, hand cannons, fusion rifles, linear fusion rifles. It doesn't matter. Find something that you are good at and that you have good weapons and good rolls and build upon that. So for instance, let's say I've got a really good Hazard of the Cast roll and I've got a really good main ingredient fusion rifle roll, okay? Then what I'd want to do is find armor that's going to benefit from that. For instance, my raid helmet. I've got game bonus super energy with fusion rifle kills and increase the drop chance of special ammo. So I'd want to use it to bump my main ingredient. And then for auto rifles, let's see if I have anything. Maybe not. Maybe not. I do not have anything on me, but I would want to pump my auto rifle. Unflinching rifle aim. I'd want to use this. Okay, reduce the flinch for my auto rifle and increase the drop chance of primary ammo on kill. Now, obviously, there's higher tier, what I would consider god tier pieces of armor, okay, that are going to give you things that you're not going to get with. To me, this is not a god tier piece of armor. Now, if this roll, this exact roll, was on the Tangled Web Helm that's got a restorative Titan armor, it would be god tier to me. Why do I say that? Because then I could use this helmet. I wouldn't have to use the recovery mod, and I would honestly put a, or is the super regeneration mod, okay? Then it would be god tier for this chest piece, because then I could get my super so quick that it really didn't matter about me holding on to it, because I could just use it whenever needed and take advantage of all those ability traits. So be mindful of those things. Take advantage of your skills and traits and build upon that, Guardians. So that's going to be it for the Kit Your Character Like a Pro for new and experienced players, and I hope it helps you. I'm going to be creating one for weapons next, so be looking out for that. Guys, I'm going to play some gameplay of Gambit, me using this build here, exact weapons and loadouts, so you can see what it does in action. We're talking over 100 kills and 100 motes deposited, which is a normal game for me. When you're talking about kitting, people just don't understand it, and I want you guys to understand it because you'll be so much better because of it. Trust me, when I put just random stuff on, I can feel the difference. My character is not as powerful. I can feel it in my bones. When I change to my Hunter and Warlock, I'm not unhappy with those characters. I'm unhappy with the armor and abilities that I'm using together. There's not synergy. I don't have the components and the mods and this and that to put that stuff into them yet. They will be my second and third choices. But guys, I'm going to get off of here. I hope you enjoy the gameplay. And with that being said, I hope you have a great afternoon, morning, day, or night, wherever you may be. As usual, cursing mushroom out.
Guardian?